The microwave casserole incident.
Oh, and Freeman, if you pull this off, I might just forgive you for that debacle at Black Mesa. You know the one I mean, involving a certain microwave casserole.
As seen in Half-Life 1, may have been remembered by more than just Dr. Magnuson at Black Mesa. A line from the beta, intended for Dr. Kleiner's lab, sheds some light on this.
My dad says that back at Black Mesa, you couldn't walk into a room without breaking a beaker, or making the microwave oven explode.
In Half-Life 1, there are a couple of named scientists you can find, though their looks are randomized. When you must get the generator up and running to destroy the tentacle, you will meet one scientist who says this.
I hope no one expects me to start up the generator. Smithers went down there and never came back.
Based on the fact that there are no other bodies, no one else was mentioned, and this is where the generator is started, this scientist up here is likely Smithers. The other named scientist is in the surgical unit. When you reach the group on the other side of the machine, one will say,
"You'll have to shut down the surgical unit first. Peters switched it on, but I'm afraid he never made it back."
The remains of someone can be seen in the room. A body does spawn, but is normally immediately destroyed to create the Gibbs. In certain circumstances, it can be seen though, like here on Gmod in the source version of the map. Applying the logic used for Smithers, this body and the remains belong to Peters. In Half-Life Alyx, various rain gutters across City 17 have advertising on them. These are the original set of ads. They are all in Russian. These ads are from Alamy stock photos, and are all for window, balcony, and glass installation. Within each are nuggets of real-world companies. This company, for example, works with the very real polymer manufacturer Rehau. Although difficult to see in-game, some websites are visible. This one is for a real window installation company located in the town of Dolgoprodny in the Moscow Oblast of Russia. They also partner with the real Rehau. This one is for a real company located in Ufa, the capital of the Republic of Bashkortostan, also within Russia. This rain gutter texture reappears in CS2, outside the playable area on Overpass. Left over in the files for Episode 1 are snow-covered pine trees. These were likely intended for the exterior of the base in Mossman's message, but the retail version and the one in Episode 2 only have ice and snow outside. The new Mombasa AI from Halo 3 ODST, the Superintendent,
Healthcare on demand.
makes a couple of cameo appearances in the Mombasa levels of Halo 2 Anniversary. First, in Outskirts, you can see the Superintendent at Hotel Zanzibar with Sergeant Stacker. The other appearance is on Metropolis. On the tool booths on either end of the bridge, you can find a screen directly attributed to the Superintendent saying, "Obey posted limits," "Yield to uphill traffic," and "Please remain calm." On the new version of Train in CS2, there are a couple of Easter eggs for versions of Train from the previous games. In T-Side Upper, you can see an image of B-Side from the CSGO remake of the map, and the exterior yard from Counter-Strike 1.6. The CSGO image can also be seen in an unreachable room in Ivy. Some of the televisions scattered around show even more views of the 1.6 version, as well as a couple of shots of the source version. One can be found in an unenterable room in back of B, and the other in the server room of T-Side Upper. In Test Chamber 17 in Portal 1, there is a full puzzle cut from the map left in the file. And it can actually be reached by no-clip. It starts in this room where it appears the companion cube would have been used. Sort of confirmed by the soundscape "Use your box" in the room. Then there is a portal fling through a hole in a large glass plate. Finally, you are to portal up to this platform. This puzzle appears to have been made in an earlier period of development, as one of the observation rooms has Half-Life 2 props in place of their portal equivalents. The puzzle was then used largely as is in the advanced version of the chamber, with only box climb being replaced by regular jumps. Nothing else beyond the connection to the rest of the chamber is different. Through the passing DLC, the survivors of Left 4 Dead 2 have voice lines about the snow and cold for community projects.
Just as many infected, and it's snowing.
This is as cold as Cleveland in December.
Ellis, we are not having a snowball fight.
This includes a new Ellis story.
I ever tell you about the time my buddy Keith wanted to see what it felt like to be in a snowstorm? Said he ain't ever seen real snow. Only snow we get is from that big machine that cleans the ice at the local rink. So he just figured he'd make do with that big machine when it went to dump its load. He just lay under it. Man, took us 2 hours to dig him out. Yep, lost 2 fingers and a thumb to frostbite.